The only reason, really, that I've made 3 videos, yeah, 3, today, is because it's been 3 weeks, seriously, since I uploaded one. But I promise, I will never take a longer than a 2 or 3 day hiatus again from my channel. So I need to be constantly uploading if I'm expecting this channel to grow. And I mean to grow. People. And you know something? People, women have more rights in this country today than most other countries in the whole world. So why act like you do, most of you? It ain't like you mentally retarded. The mental retarded people are the ones that need help getting more rights. I stand with the mental people, the people with problems, trying to help them get rights. Instead of wearing those hats, saying we ain't gonna shop here. And two, that's just like Camping World saying, if you support the NRA, don't do business with us. First of all, don't you think most people that camps or hunts? No, that was Outdoors World. Don't you think most of those people's got guns to either A, hunt, or B, for self-defense, C, to kill snakes? Yeah, to kill a snake. You want to pick up a snake and kill it with your bare hands? Go right ahead, be my first guess. But when you had to go to the hospital and get anti-venom, don't say you wasn't forewarned by several other people that wasn't your smartest idea you ever had. Because I live right here in Case City, Kentucky, and I can tell you something real quick like. Start going over towards Mammoth Cave area, which is the Ridge, Northtown, and all that. Copperheads and rattlesnakes are pretty common. And I don't think you'd want to try to one of those snakes with your hands, with a hoe. You'd want to make sure you had a gun to kill it properly, to make sure you properly had it killed. Furthermore, are we going back to the 60s? Like Fat Boy even said. That's what people are acting like the freaking 60s. I mean, really. I think time has went backwards and forwards at the same time. So if that has really happened, I will only give it about another 25 years of time that we've got left. Because you know what would have happened if that did? Somewhere in the middle, we just ripped time-space continuum too. You know? So, I mean, it's probably safe to say we done have started opening up the gates to the ending of time. The Native Americans also have said, some tribes, don't know about all of them, that tobacco is sacred. All men would acknowledge the tobacco plant. Tobacco also founded this nation, paid for soldiers, paid for us to get help from England. Heck, it's still, even into the 1900s, paid for hospitals and schools to be built, just like Duke, yeah, and I mean Duke University. John Buchanan Duke was the one that founded it. John Buchanan Duke also founded the first modern road cigarette. I mean, in hindsight, it's like this. Out of all the countries, America ought to be like third world countries in Asia when it comes to tobacco. We shouldn't really have too much hostilities against it. That's another reason, if you ask me, we're on the destruction to the Americas. We brought it upon ourselves, forgetting who we are, what made us who we are, and what got us to where we was. A country cannot survive once it starts forgetting what it was made on, how it was made, and how it got there. Simple as that. Nowadays, all people cares about is money, 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 money. Reminds me of this old guy from my hometown. Never met the guy, but I always heard about him. He said, I won't die if I can't take my money with me. You know what people told him? How about we write a check for you and put it in your coffin? But guess what? He still died, didn't he? Exactly. It doesn't matter how much money you accumulate. You can't take it with you. People are still going to have to drive cars, so why raise the price of gas to like $2, $3, $4, $5 a gallon? Where people can't really afford to get by then. And then you got to raise minimum wage. But then the government's going to start taxing it more. Now, the thing is, we've got enough oil to support us for the next probably 10, 20 years, even if we didn't drill another hole for oil. Or go to Iraq and try to take some of theirs and buy it. In our reserves. But our government just don't want us to know it. Until people decides, it doesn't matter who we have in office, all the protesting when we're going to do, we've got to have another revolution, or another conventional Congress meeting. Then things will change. Not until that day. I don't care if you tell your kids. Political correctness is as good as gold. You know something? Yeah, that's only part of it. You gotta tell them everything else. You gotta tell them the truth, people, right? But until people start understanding some of these things that ain't conspiracy theories aren't. It's the actual truth about our government. Think about it. Look up aspartame. BTH. BTH is in chewing gum. Also, butane. Where do you find butane at? Yeah. Exactly. Lighter fluid. Lighter fluid is in your kid's chewing gum. Think about that the next time you buy your kid a pack of chewing gum. Read the ingredients. Read dextrose. That's another cancer-causing ingredient. You knew half the stuff that was in your food, you would never buy anything from Walmart again. Because you'd be so afraid that you'd buy something that would cause cancer. There's cancer-causing agents in all of our food. I know this for a fact because I was in FFA and we was made to watch all those videos about how our food was made. And then when I had seizures, I done even more research on food, and I could tell you things that would make your head spin so quick and so fast about food. Some of you, all you'd ever want to eat again would be vegetables, and then you'd still be highly skeptical about even eating vegetables, if I could tell you. Unless you went to a local farmer's market, produce stand, or something like that. I'm telling you, the government is really not the ones that fought, but they are. Because other countries have outlawed some of this stuff that's in our food. Sure, I know the Obamas done what they did to list it, that it was in our food. But here's the thing. Him as president, he put the nice warning labels on the newer cans of dip. He could have told those food companies, you got so long to get that out of your food, but he didn't. Tyson Chicken, yeah, I'm going to step up, say something for them. They quit using meat by product. I've got friends that work at McDonald's. They said basically all a McRib is sitting up in the cabinet. The older ones are on the bottom, and they just keep on letting them sit and 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 soak and soak and soak. Soak and soak and soak in that grease. Think about that. It's soaking in grease until the time somebody orders one. So who knows how old of food you're buying. And somebody told me if you order a sausage after 10, they're done starting to shrivel. They ain't looking like they once did, because they're not already pre-made and pre-fresh. They're just more or less like throwing it in a microwave, more or less, but except on a grill. Except somehow y'all think it's fresh meat just because it's coming off of a stove, I quote. Here's a movie for y'all to watch. The Founder on Netflix. It talks about McDonald's. The only time it was humble was when the two brothers had it. After they sold it to Royal Clark, that guy done things most of you wouldn't even approve of. I'm telling you, McDonald's even started out crooked a little long before they started changing their meat and all, and making their food way worse. Even half their vegetables stuffed on hamburgers ain't real vegetables. Trust me, my grandpa was a farmer. You couldn't get lettuce to look like that. Nobody can. Come on, pity sakes. That's like saying all water is blue. That's like hollering the sky is green. If you believe this, you need to go fly you a kite in a lightning storm too, and see if you wouldn't get struck by lightning. And Austria brands, don't even get me started on them. They don't even like free advertisements. They got copyright infringements against people. So what are you going to start doing next? Getting after your tobacco growers for wearing caps that you gave them that's got Philip Morris and all that on them? Probably not, but where do you draw the line? Yeah, I can maybe see going after some of these bigger YouTubers, but why the small ones that only had like 20 or 30 some views on a video? Like me. And I watched most of the Outlaws. He never talked bad about any of y'all's products. And if he was carrying on. And there's even commercials on YouTube on here. Back in the day, that was Sko and Copenhagen's and Happy Days when y'all used to make Happy Days. I'm just saying, as everybody went so completely off the deep end that they decided to say, "Woo, here I come." Food for thought, and I'm ending this live.